97% of the people are not being productive because of fears. 97% of the people are not attaining what they're supposed to attain because of fear. Have you ever felt paralyzing grip? The paralyzing grip of fear, suffocating your dreams and aspirations. Don't worry, in this video I'm going to share how fear almost killed my dream, how fear has almost killed my dream, and how I found the strength to overcome those fears and emerge victorious. Okay, let me tell you what's all about fear. Fear, I found something that is very interesting from the word fear itself. It's an acronym. I was researching about this and I found this. Fear means false evidence appearing real. It's these demons, voices always running around your mind, running in your head. And when you give it attention, they become evidential. They come with evidence and it appears as if it's real. But when you, as an individual, conquer it and know that and understand that it's not reality, it's just something that is giving me goosebumps so that I can be afraid of taking risks. I can be afraid of taking the step that I'm supposed to take in order to be productive. And then fear will kill your dream. I want you to understand that fear, when you are afraid, it's normal. When you are afraid, it's not the end of the story. It's not even the end of the story. You might think that I'm just ranting and just talking about fear without practical example of successful people who explain this whole thing about fear, right? I'll explain to you from the quotes of the great. Let me read them. Nelson Mandela, former president of South Africa and anti-apartheid revolutionary, said, "I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear." What he was trying to say is, it's natural to feel being afraid. It's natural to be afraid, but it is not natural for you to be ruled by those fears, to be conquered by those fears. Instead, conquer yourself, conquer those fears, be productive, go on, take action. That's what he was trying to say. Not only Nelson Mandela, but Mahatma Gandhi, the liberational hero of India, he said, the enemy is fear. Like, we think it's hate, but it's fear. And again, I think he was trying to say, he was trying to say, fear is the hugest enemy of our potential. When you want to do something, when you get afraid, you are paralyzing yourself. You are now in a bondage. You are feeling like you are not going to make it because of the fears. And for sure, when you lean on fears and believe in fears, you are not going to be productive. That's the truth. So you need to conquer your fears, right? And this gets me to my personal story, right? When I was growing up, I was someone who was not even an inch to being confident. I was not even an inch to speaking well English, to speak fluently. I was not even have courage to stand in front of people, sharing anything. Or even if you asked my classmates from high school, I never even went in front of class to present something. Or even in college, perhaps I wasn't that confident, But deep down, I knew what my passion is. I knew that I want to influence people positively. I knew that I want to influence people through my content creation. In short, I knew that I wanted to become a transformational speaker. But because of these fears, I was afraid that who will listen to me? Who will even pay attention to detail in whatever I'm going to say? I was afraid what people will say, including my family, including the friends, including the people close to me, including the people that I learned with in high school, even in college. I was afraid of judgments. These people knew that I wasn't confident, I wasn't fluent in English. And when I am to be behind the camera, like what I'm saying right now, like what I'm doing right now, behind the camera, what will they say? Those were the demons and voices that were ringing in my head, coming, inviting fears. And of course, fear came. Not only that, I was afraid who will help me to even grow my social media platforms, because I had no knowledge of growing social media platforms. Who will give me money to subscribe for my internet access, so that I can post my content that I create? All those were the fears that I had. And this is my story. It even was even worsened by my father. I told my father that I wanted to be content creator. I wanted to influence people positively. But my father was quick to say, it's not very important. You can make money without it. You can make money. I mean, you can make money without it. It's not even important. You cannot make money with it. You know, what you must do is to focus with formal education. Formal education is something that will make you money, that will make you successful. And at that moment, you know how dependent we are to our parents. My dream was shattered. And for 3 years, for 3 good years, I was not in a position to even start anything. I was not even in a position to create content. For good 3 years, you know. But the day that I realized that all these were excuses, these were fears, all the above mentioned fears that I mentioned were all in form of excuses. And I remembered a quote from Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger, the greatest bodybuilder and an actor of all time. He said, excuses are valid to the person who is making them. They are even sounding best to the person who is making them. But no way will it ever bring results. It will never bring results. And I got it. I saw that, what I was afraid of, the judgments from the people who will help me to grow my social media platform, who will even listen to me, all those were valid excuses to me, but they were not even going to give me results. And you know what? When you get to that point where the fear conquers you, this is what it causes. This is exactly what it causes. Number one, inaction. When fear is in you, you will not even be in a position to work for yourself. You are not even going to do anything, because you are feeling like you are in a bondage. For sure, you'll be like in a prison. When you are not actually working for your dream or for your passion, and you are being afraid, you are being conquered by your fears, instead of you conquering them, it leaves you paralyzed. It leaves you in action. Number two, limited mindset. When you let fear conquers you, when you let fears lead, you will definitely have limited mindset. You will not even go beyond what you are supposed to go beyond. You are going to be confined at one area. You are not even going to think outside the box. You are not going to be creative, because you are being ruled by fears. It comes with limited mindset. Number three, you lack confidence. Lack of confidence. When you are full of these voices and fears in your head and in you, you are lacking confidence. You are afraid of doing everything that you are supposed to do. You lack confidence. You are not you. When you have fears, you are not you, and you lack confidence. Number four, I guess, you miss opportunity. You miss opportunities when you are conquered by fear. When you have these fears, of yourself, you miss opportunity. So what happens is, if you have fears, you are afraid of taking risks. You are afraid of doing that you are supposed to do, because it looks like you are not going to achieve it. It looks like your excuses, your fears are valid more than what you are going to achieve. So these are some of the consequences of letting fear conquer you. But nevertheless, it will not even make sense if we can relate at this point without me giving you the actual methods or the ways to overcome fear, right? Number one, on how to overcome fear: action. Take action. No matter how much you are being afraid of doing anything, take action. Force yourself to take action. Number one, don't even try to negotiate with yourself when you are supposed to do anything. When you are supposed to send that email, send it there and there. Don't even try to negotiate with yourself. When you are supposed to make a call, make that call there and there. Don't even try to negotiate with yourself. When you are a farmer and you try to plant or plow a seed, but you're afraid of if it can give you a good harvest, just plant that seed and you will see the results after. Even if you are a miner, don't be afraid of going down in shafts. Go there. That's taking risk. That's conquering your fears, right? And at the end of it, you are going to get what you are supposed to get, right? Right? You are not supposed to negotiate with yourself. Just you have to take action. That's the best solution of conquering your fears. That's the best solution to be productive. Just take action. You know, I was listening to this video on YouTube of Socrates, greatest philosophers of all time. He was advising a painter, and he said, if you hear a voice in your head saying, don't paint, by all means and at all costs paint, and that voice will be silenced. And regarding to the issue that I'm talking about, regarding with the relativity that I want to bring to you, when you hear voices in your head, when you hear voices in your head and demons in your head saying don't, by all means do it, and those voices will be silenced. And those voices definitely will be silenced. So what I'm trying to say, the important factor is just take action. Don't try to negotiate with yourself. Just take action. The moment that you try to negotiate with yourself, you are inviting valid excuses. And when you are inviting valid excuses, you may come up with some statements like, I have plenty of time. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next week. I'll call him next week. When you are supposed to call. When you are supposed to go to the interview, go. When you are supposed to make something, do it anyway. That's my motto. That's what I'm supposed to tell you. I want you to take action no matter what. Right? Number two, how to solve the issue of conquering fear. How to solve your issues with fear. Accept them. Acknowledge them. Identify your fears and acknowledge them. And accept them as if you had chosen them. And work with them. How do you work with them? Set manageable goals. Manageable goals. Like what I did. I did not know how to grow a social media platform. But what I did was just to create a Facebook page and post each and every day. And I found that people were liking it. And that brought confidence to me that people will even like it more when I do this. People will engage more when I do this. And that's how I managed to conquer my fears slow. Right? Slowly but sure. Number three, visualize success. When you want to conquer your fears, visualize success. Visualize yourself on the other side of fears. Visualize yourself on the other side of fears. When I say visualize yourself on the other side of your fears, imagine yourself having to own what you are supposed to own when you do what you are supposed to do. Right? Imagine, like I imagine myself being that huge global asset speaker, speaking in front of people. I imagine myself being the huge YouTuber. I imagine myself being that great content creator. And that visualization brought confidence, brought this resilience, brought the guts and courage to go forward, to go for it, right? So visualize yourself owning it, earning it, and being that person with success, right? You know what I love about doing this, right? If you actually follow my video, if you actually follow my video, you'll find out that I don't even actually cut and edit, out and edit. I just want you to realize that I'm also a person who have managed to conquer my fears. I also have fears. Like if I'm recording a video right now, I am afraid if people are going to like it, if people are going to see me also as a good speaker. I'm afraid, but I'm conquering myself. I want to actually make sure that we resonate. You resonate with my message. We relate. I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm not trying to be perfect. I have errors. So that's why I don't just out and edit, cut and edit. No, I want it to be real. I want it to be real. But before I go, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Subscribe so that next time you get my message, you get my video. Till next time.